And how could you help your parents doing daily routines? And at work, those who are working, you could help by offering yourself in every way. Sometimes it is challenging, isn't it? When you mind your own business at work, you don't really think of others, aren't you? But this is what the Bible are reading today, that we need to offer ourselves in any way. There might be a lonely child in your neighborhood that needs your kind friendship, appreciation, or inclusivity while you are playing with other children at the playground. Children, when you see other people or children around who are alone, do you invite them to play with you? In the park or anywhere? Because there are some children who are what? So shy. And they don't mingle. But others just wait to be, hey, come on, join with me. You know what I mean? So, at church, there are also ways that you could do to serve and witness with your talents. And to the larger community, there might be a need to recycle waste, protect environment, and keep the park clean. Planting trees show a lot of care and concern for the future generations. All needs varies from one person to another. One might need physical support while others requires emotional support depending on their situations. These are some of the suggested lists that we could identify as people in need, and they need our kind attention and caring acts. And you can add to this list: orphans, single-parent family homes, juveniles, special needs people, homeless individual, victims of calamities like war, natural calamities, and fires, and many others. Let me ask children, what are the things that you could add to this list today that I have said, where we can share our caring acts? Anybody from our children can add on the list? Or maybe you are thinking. How about the adults? Okay. So, saying that, we are always traveling along Brent Cross, correct? That Brent Cross area before coming here or even going. There are two kinds of people that, or even three kinds of people that I saw there. There's always a woman, and then there is two men. At the first cross, you can see a man with disability, walking with sticks, and then just shaking, and with plastic glass, knocking at the door. And sometimes we give when it is where we stop because it's at the traffic light. And there is another man who is in the middle of the island, who is seated there, rain or shine or cold, with flowers, and then soft drinks and water to sell. That is a contrast. He doesn't beg, but he sells flowers. At the other end, there is this woman who is dressed in not so as a beggar, a beggar attire. He would do the same thing with crutches, and he would walk and knock on the windows of the car. So these are the things that we saw in reality that is happening around. Do we really give attention to them? Or sometimes when it's stopped there, you open your car middle center console and just get coins and then just give it. Is that given with great love, or it was just given because you were caught in that situation? We can give something beyond that, and we have to recognize the caring acts. And Jesus made an example for that. In Galatians chapter 6, verse 10, it says, Therefore, as we have opportunity, let us do good to all people, especially to those who belong to the family of the believers. Brothers and sisters, we don't need to look far. We can look at around. You might see that there are some of us here in need. Maybe we don't recognize it, but there are people around us who are in need. Okay? Friends, let us be a caring disciple of God. It is not too late to do this. God is calling you to be a part of this movement called Jesus Cares. You need this?
Hello? Hello? Hello.
The Bible tells us about a man named Naaman. Naaman was the commander of the army of Syria. The king of Syria thought very highly of him because he was a brave soldier and had led the army to many battles, and through his leadership, many victories were gained. With his great accomplishments, the king and his people were very proud of him. Naaman, however, could not feel fully and good about himself. There was something that he was not proud of. He had leprosy. During the time of Naaman, leprosy was still an incurable disease. Nobody knew about the cause of it, nor how to cure it, because it was only much later that medication for treating leprosy was discovered. Also, during that time, when someone fell ill, it was often understood as God being unhappy with the person who grievously sinned and that he had to punish him or her. Having said, you could imagine how Naaman must have felt. He was being praised so much by those around him, and even the king of the land admired him greatly. He had accepted all the honor and glory, but he was being defeated helplessly with a disease that invaded his body and killing him slowly. Soon later, in one of the Syrian army raids, they captured a young girl from Israel, and she was given to Naaman's wife to serve as her servant. People talked a lot of Naaman and how important he was as the commander of the king's army. However, if we read the scripture, there is someone more important than Naaman and his healing experience. More importantly to me, this portion of the Bible introduces us to a little girl who was not even given a name, but she played a vital role in leading Naaman to experience God's healing miracle. Her character was perfumed with kindness, caring nature, and her ability to endure hardships remained positive and continued to have a strong faith in God, even with life's less comfortable ingredients. She chose to blossom for him. There is no doubt that being snatched and taken away from her own family, the little girl must have felt sad and very lonely. She must be missing her loved ones at home, especially her parents, grandparents, brothers and sisters, or friends that she used to play with them. And remember that she was not taken to Naaman's house as a special guest who would be served, but she was taken there as a maid or servant to serve in the house, under the direct order of Naaman's wife. Out of her own will, she was forced to come to live in Naaman's house and work whenever she was ordered to do so. She had to sweep the house, mop the floor, cook meals, and dust furniture around the house. At every meal, she had to serve food and juice to every member of Naaman's household, and often there was no appreciation or positive feedback for her kind deeds. She could be very tired at times, but she continued to work diligently because she was different. She knew God and she was a godly child. She served people and worked heartedly as for the Lord and not for men. Furthermore, even under captivity, this little girl did not live in despair and hopelessness. She continually served for the meaning of her life. She sought God's strength and comfort. She also believed that God was more powerful and above all challenges, including leprosy. Even at a young age, some of you here might also experience some challenges, which vary from one to another. At times, you might feel lonely, or sometimes something like this little girl. Keep seeking God like this little servant girl did. And bear in mind that there is a purpose in every situation, and God allows to happen to us. Our tears, hardships, and sweat will not go to waste when we seek the true meaning out of every experience that we face. Through our challenges, it is possible that God is helping us to understand the needs of those who face the same challenges, so that we could truly understand and become His instruments by channeling His character, love, care, and healing touch upon them. This little girl sensed the greater purpose beyond her chores and humble services. She noticed Naaman's sadness and his suffering with leprosy. Instead of having the same thought and judgment like other people that God was punishing him for his wrongdoing and maltreatment towards God's people, she thought differently. Her heart filled with empathy, so she decided to offer her help to make a difference in Naaman's hopeless health condition. For this little girl, she might be wondering how she helped when she even received orders and could not help herself to be free from captivity. But she really did it, in a little but in a powerful way. As a result, she could channel God's blessings and His healing miracles upon Naaman, allowing countless people to witness God's power and drawing many people toward Him.
May I call on the children to sing the theme song?
common people like me to reach someone in distress and care. Here and Lord, like Jesus I would be, giving my all with no thought of gain. I am here to care, I am called to heed, like the servant girl to Naaman. I'll share the love of God, even to undeserved, so they too would know of His love and care. Some snacks and toys and clothing, I can praise and goals, I can try singing. I carry others, I'll make Him happy. In my own little way, I'll give Him the glory. Give Him the glory. I am here to care. I am called to heed, like the servant girl to Naaman. I'll share the love of God, even to undeserved, so they too would know of His love and care. I am here to care. I am called to heed, like the servant girl to Naaman. I'll share the love of God, even to undeserved, so they too will know of His love and care. I am here, I am here, I am here to care.
It's time for our study today. It's Sabbath school lesson. So we need to go to our respective classes. And children also go to your classes as well, at the side, at the back. And we will be stopping at about 11:15. So enjoy the study with your group. And I hope that everyone did study their lesson this week. You still need that?
Kailangan natin ito evacuate kahit para sa lugar. Happy Sabbath, everyone. Mic test. Mic test.
Lolo.
Media.
Media. There's nobody there. Lolo.
Just to let everyone know that our action unit is growing. It's very good that we have 2 more groups to add in our action units. So the CQ2, which is the young people here, are now divided into 2 groups. So the first group is the CQ2, which is ages from 19 to 25. And the other group is called the young professional class, which is 26 and above. So the CQ2 will, Ate Heka, where's the CQ2 going? They will stay here, and the young professionals will be upstairs or on the corner by the piano. So young professionals ages 26 and above will be on my right side, and the CQ2 from 19 to 25.